Humanity has told more than 100 different stories to explain its existence. For millennia, extreme geography kept us all apart. Civilizations grew up in total isolation, their fears and values dictated by the specific pressures of the land they lived on. Because of this distance, the stories diverged. One culture might worship a god of the monsoon, while another, thousands of miles away, lived in terror of frost-breathing giants. Yet, despite having no contact with one another, all of these unique societies were staring into the exact same dark unknown, asking why the world existed and what happened after they left it. To see what we all share, we have to look closely at just how differently our ancestors answered those questions. In ancient Greece, mythology centered on the volatile nature of power and the inescapable weight of fate. This was a world ruled by Zeus. The Greeks saw their gods as a reflection of themselves, powerful, judging, and prone to mortal mistakes. Moving to the frozen north, the stories grow colder and more violent. Norse mythology was forged by seafaring warriors and an unforgiving climate. Their belief system elevated the struggle of the warrior, centering on gods like Thor and Odin who lived by the blade. Everything in the Norse world led toward Ragnarok, a prophesied final battle where the gods themselves die and the entire universe is consumed by fire and water. Both the Greeks and the Norse used their myths to process the immediate, tangible anxieties of survival and the reality that everything eventually falls. In the Egyptian desert, the focus shifted away from the struggles of the living and toward the transition of death. They looked to gods like Ra, the sun god, and Anubis, the jackal-headed guide, to lead them through the underworld. For the Egyptians, death served as a mandatory, ongoing journey. It was a continuation of existence rather than its termination. While the Norse feared a violent end to all things, the Egyptians built an eternal map, turning the mystery of the afterlife into a structured path. Moving to the Indian subcontinent, the scale of mythology expands. Hindu tradition reaches far beyond the timeline of a single human life. These deities embody the laws of the universe. Shiva and Vishnu personify the forces that govern reality, operating on a scale that dwarfs the lifespan of stars. This visualization shows the three phases of the Hindu universe: creation, destruction, and rebirth. This cyclical framework defines karma, where a person's actions determine their destiny, ensuring every soul is tied to the infinite rhythm of the cosmos. Moving further east, Chinese mythology elegantly blends philosophical depth with the purely fantastic. Legendary heroes like Sun Wukong represent the power of transformation, a mythical monkey king who achieved immortality through his adventures, personifying the pursuit of natural balance. These Eastern traditions moved the human focus outward, trading the fear of personal death for an understanding of universal balance and infinite time. We have seen 5 different worlds, each with its own philosophical themes and distinct geography. As these shapes converge, they reveal the shared architecture beneath local names and cultural monsters. Each tradition used stories to build a shield against chaos. This central core is a universal reflex, the drive to turn a terrifying unknown into a system we can navigate. These myths functioned as the ultimate psychological survival tools. They allowed early humanity to face the storms, the deserts, and the dark with a sense of purpose. Whether a society looked to a ruling sky god or a guide through the underworld, they were doing the same thing, creating order where there was none. Behind every culture is a story, and behind every myth is our species' beautiful, desperate attempt to understand its place in the universe.